Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out in HuffPost January 2nd, 2019. America probably have some of the most mentally unfit cops in the world. But see, they like these wild, crazy type cops. But the only problem with those kind of cops, they commit a lot of suicide, which again makes your police departments look even more unstable. So let's get into this story for the third year straight. So we got 3 straight years of police suicides outnumbering line of duty deaths. Law enforcement agencies across the country lost at least 159 officers to suicides in 2018. I don't know. How do you keep the public together when you can't even keep your police forces together? You've got all these unstable people that are harming themselves and committing all kinds of suicides. Not good. Not a good look, America. Not a good look. The estimated number of law enforcement officers who died by suicide outnumber those who died in the line of duty for the third straight year in 2018. A newly released study shows Blue Help, a Massachusetts-based nonprofit run by active and retired police officers, medical professionals, and victim families, compiled and released the grim data this week. According to the organization, at least 159 officers took their own lives in 2018. So you got all these suicidal cops on the force. The same number of suicide fatalities it tracked in 2017 and 19, more than 2016. By contrast, the estimated number of law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty last year was 145, according to an annual report released by the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund. So it is showing you how these cops died, suicides in line of duty deaths from 2016 to 2018, and you'll see suicide leading all other deaths. Wow. In December alone, 20 officers died by suicide, whereas only 10 in the line of duty deaths were recorded. The single greatest cause of death for law enforcement officer each year is suicide, said Jeff McGill, vice president of Blue Help. The suicide fatalities include 151 men and 8 women. The average age was 41, with an average length of service of 15 years. So after 15 years, they become suicidal. I don't know, maybe there should be a time limit on how long you can be a cop. 4 states, California, Florida, New York, and Texas, had the highest number of officer suicides, with each state reporting at least 10 fatalities in 2018. Wow. So here is the law enforcement suicide by state. And wow. "12 in Texas." Just looking at the ones that are the highest. 12 in California, 12 in Texas. Well, that's really sad. That's really sad when you have the people that are supposed to serve and protect that want to check out by suicide. I mean, seriously, why would you want to be a cop if you're going to end up blowing your own brains out behind the job or problems that you have in addition to jobs? But ladies and gentlemen, this go to show you how many of these people are police officers and they're very unstable and shouldn't be in those jobs at all. And how many times in these cops' careers do they, just do like a mental test on them to see if they're still fit? Just because they've been there for a long time, that doesn't mean anything, especially suicides are showing you that the average cop committing suicide's been on the job for 15 years. Maybe there should be a yearly test on the psyche of these cops. But like I said, America likes crazy cops. The crazier they are, they like those kind of crazy types on the police force that'll come out here and just show their ass in the public. Because the federal government does not mandate the reporting of officer suicides, Blue Help must obtain and verify raw data from a number of sources, including individual law enforcement agencies and surviving family members. Wow. We know there are other tragic deaths by suicide that we don't know about, said Steve Hull, founder of Blue Help. So, as bad a number as we have this year, we're saddened by the fact that we know in reality the number is higher. Yeah. Everything in America gets underreported. Everything, even the drug addiction, everything gets underreported. These folks don't want you to see how bad a shape everything really is in. So they got to lowball every number that they publish. And as you can see, they're lowballing the suicides in the nation among cops. According to experts, law enforcement officers die by suicide at a higher rate than those in other occupations aside from the military. Yeah, because I was going to say the military is right up there too. Common threads between suicides have been cited, including pressures of the job. Well, then why not switch careers? Maybe if you're under so much pressure, perhaps that's not the line of work you should be doing. Just saying. The Rudderman Family Foundation. Okay, so let me just go down. Found that the first suicide responders die by suicide at a higher rate than people in the general population, according to an April 2018 report. So these are line of duty deaths from 2016 to 2018. Well, 2017 and 2018 was the same for suicides. Well, they're a low number that they're telling us. Wow, automobile crashes, gunfire, accidental gunfire, heart attack. Wow, interesting. Blue Help advocates for increased availability of mental health resources for law enforcement. The organization also seeks to normalize the treatment of post traumatic stress symptoms. There is very little money being spent to reduce the number of officer suicides, said Karen Solomon, president and founder of Blue Help. We hope that by raising awareness about the scope of this problem and shining a light on the need for increased mental health resources directed to officers approaching crisis, we can ultimately reduce the number of officers who die by suicide. The organization said the number of deaths could change as it tabulates incidents from the end of year. Here's the thing. I think they have probably a bad weeding out process when these folks are going through the academy and realizing that sometimes a person just should not be a cop. Seriously, you just shouldn't be a cop. I'm not shocked because I have heard even back when I was a teenager, how bad suicides were among cops, even back then. So the fact that it's still increasing and numbers are being underreported, I'm not shocked. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.